What's up, guys? Welcome to Bro Beats. Today I'm showing you guys how to make some simple hard beats. If you guys haven't subbed already, turn for homage, do so because those mean a lot. Let's hop right into it. So 130 BPM, 120 to 140 is like a good range for stuff like this. So we can go ahead and get started. We don't really need a scale because I want to keep this really simple. So we can go ahead and get started with our melody. Okay, so this is the VST I'm using. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, every now and then I like to do videos without a scale, just for practice and stuff. So that's why we're gonna be keeping it simple. Now, just a rule of thumb or like a little tip is I usually like to kind of remember this pattern. Okay, now this helps, especially when you don't have a scale and it's kind of hard to see everything. Just noticing this pattern will help you, especially if you're trying to make like a dark melody. And this is pretty much the start of the minor scale. Right, so we can just use this, right? And this will kind of help you. I don't know why I was doing that. Will kind of help guide you as well. So we can start with these notes here and just animate these. So we could probably use one of these top notes. Okay, it's just gonna have to do. So we can just start with that. Like I said, I want to keep it simple. I'm not gonna go any further. Just play it. All right, so I like that, and of course we gotta add effects later and stuff. So I'm cool with that. Let's move on to our next instrument. All right, so now we have another guitar, and I usually like to use two guitars, one lower one and one higher one. But since we have a really simple melody, right, and most of the notes are here, what I would like to do is kind of fill this space up. So we can kind of do the same thing over here, but over in this area. So let's go in and remember the pattern, right? And if you want to, you could transpose up, probably even do something like this, and then try to find a little pattern. It's kind of a weird rhythm, but I kind of like it. So I'm gonna keep that, and then we can really just copy this over and just change some of the notes. So let's this in here. Okay, that works out perfectly. All right, let's listen to it. I might offset this a bit. It's a little kind of bothering me. Okay, I like that. So now we can go ahead and add our third instrument. All right, so we got a violin for our last sound. Now just up the reverb a bit just so it can fill up some of the spaces. Okay, and a quick cheat code is if you struggle with sound selection, try to use realistic sounds. If you notice in a lot of my videos, I've been using a lot of realistic sounds because almost all of them go together well. So you can kind of bypass sound selection if you do that. So I'm gonna just try to fill in these areas and just try to find a melody that goes well. Usually you would play a violin like something like this. Kind of like this note. Let's delete these. All right, we're just gonna have to put some effect. I like this, but it just kind of stops, and I kind of want like some echo there, so we're gonna have to do some over there. And just to save time, let's just see how this works. Let's see. because I kind of want this to fit in its own spot. We're just gonna have to throw some effects on it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just add the bass and see what it sounds like. All right, so let's go ahead and add our 808. Now this melody is sounding a bit kind of thin. Now typically I would have like a low guitar or something, like a bass guitar or something, to kind of fill in those low frequencies, just so it sounds fuller. We kind of got to experiment with this and make sure. And we should be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. Okay, I actually kind of like that. So we could just keep it simple. Let's pull this up. Let's do like a little something right here. Okay, I'm happy with that. The melody actually came out pretty good. I wasn't too sure because I don't know, it was sounding a little weak, but it came out good. So now we can throw in the drums, and hopefully we'll have time to add effects, or at least go over some effects if I choose to add some. So all right, so let's go ahead and get started with the drums. So I'm gonna just throw down this kick. We can Alt K. Okay, so those are the drums. I'm happy with them. So what I'm gonna do now is actually go ahead, throw some effects on. It shouldn't be a lot because I only have a few sounds, and then I'll just kind of show you the effects that I used. All right, so let's go through the effects. So the main guitar, we got thermal. Drive chorus is the preset, and I'll just kind of play everything all together. And then I added my own preset here. I'll just kind of show you what they do. And then the portal, light and dark. Okay. Now this is a really good preset. Now I turned it down because it was doing too much. So right, it's kind of dark, really like kind of dark vibe. And on this guitar, it didn't really change it too much with the stuff I added. So we added a broken preset and then a little delay preset here. Okay. Right, just some delay. And on the violin, now this preset actually changed it a lot. So this is called dual pulse, and this really changed it up, and I just EQ'd it, of course. All right, so it really changed that up. And I put them in a bus, and I wanted to do like a halftime, but it didn't really work out. So I just reversed it, and I put it on 2 bars so it didn't like reverse too much. So that's what it sounds like. Okay, so for my master, I actually did a lot here. So we put an EQ, just boosted some highs, just took out some things. As you can see, it's kind of like a little wave, right? And then a wave shaper. Now this will kind of, it's kind of hard to explain, but it'll just add like a slight distortion, which will make it a little bit more crispier. If you can really, especially in that low end. And then I just added a soft clipper here, okay, to control that. And I actually boosted it. As you can see, it's peaking. And then I added added another EQ to subtract. This made like the low end really like hit hard. So, and you can see like I kind of just pulled up some of these higher frequencies to make it crispier. And then finally, just add a regular soft clipper. If you kind of like that saturated sound, you could turn this down. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.